Welcome to Scramble Game Show. This is a spring day, weather is very nice, and we have a special guest flew from California, far away, to New York to enjoy our spring, of course, to appear as our guest. And this is our special guest, Miss Kay Emerson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Oh.
We usually have a game, word game, and the Scramble Word Game plays many different ways, up to 30 games. We will pick sometimes play Scramble Bingo, Scramble, even poker, and so on.
Yeah.
But today we're going to have two halves. The first half, we will talk to you about your game.
Wonderful.
Your game, Zillio, right?
Okay.
And I know this is a new math game that you invented, and we would like to learn about it. And then the second half, we'll play our usual game, and would like to have you participate with us.
That will be wonderful.
Okay. Now, first, I would love to ask you this question. How did you come up with this game and the name?
Well, when my children were in 3rd and 4th grades, it occurred to me that they didn't have a mental concept of math, that they could do it, but they just didn't really have a way in which to think about how the different parts of math fit together. And so I wanted to come up with something that would be fun and easy to see and help tie all of those concepts together. So we came up with this, which is Zillio. The name we originally had Nixie Mountain, which stood for Now I Can See It. But we decided to change it to Zillio because that's a little more playful, and we liked the our tagline is a zillion ways to play math.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that is in our word game, words always sort of catch our attention, particularly letters Z is not easy to make words when you have a new word.
Exactly.
Hopefully someday Zillio is so popular that it become accepted into a Scrabble
I would
dictionary.
love that.
Right. So I know you come from Menlo Park, California.
Right.
Some people probably don't know. Menlo Park is quite famous, particularly for people in the business, in entrepreneuring. There's a lot of venture funds there, and personally, I had actually gotten some experience. I went to Menlo Park and met some rich folks, and they are very generous and write a check and give you, so go do your idea. So I love Menlo Park, even though now we have sort of a crisis, but I think eventually we still have to revive this kind of a spirit.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
So how is Menlo Park today?
Oh, it's delightful. It's on the edge of Silicon Valley, so there are a whole lot of firms that are involved in technology, and it's a really nice community for living. It's pretty, and it's centrally located. It's about halfway between San Francisco and San Jose, and it's...
and you lived there all your life, or?
No, my father was in the service, so I moved all over until I was in high school. But I lived in California when I was in grade school for a while, and really wanted to get back to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I understand you work in schools, particularly in math class, and help children and so on.
That's
and that
correct.
was your interest. Perhaps that was the reason you created the game.
Exactly.
So tell us, how did you sort of come up with this game?
Oh,
and,
okay, great. Well, first I had the idea, and so I then tried to make my own prototype using foam board, toothpicks, and Scotch tape. The execution was not good, and so it was difficult to tell what I was aiming for. So I contacted an architectural firm and asked them who made models for buildings or opera centers or things like that. And so they put me in touch with someone who was intrigued by the idea. So they made a model out of very dense styrofoam. And so I could then take that around to schools and teachers and parents and show them what I had in mind and get their feedback on it. It generated some wonderful ideas, and so we then fine-tuned the design a little bit, and I went to a manufacturer and said I'd like to develop this, and they said they'd like us to have a plastic design engineer involved. And so that when we made the molds to make this, they would be easy to remove the plastic pieces, etc. So that person and I collaborated, and then we made the tooling and then made the mountains.
Yeah, certainly, as you can see, it's really beautiful, colorful, and I think to kids, particularly younger kids, this is really, you know, a attractive toy.
Oh, great.
So we are anxious to know how you play. I know you have several games that you can play, and you can, you know, describe a little bit, and maybe later on we can invite some of our audience kids to play with.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I'm not sure what camera angle we have, but I want to tell you a little bit about how this is designed. Each of the staircases represents a number and its multiples. And so this white staircase is the multiples of 1. And so each step is only 1 unit high, and there are 36 steps to the top. By the time you go to the 2s, each step is twice as high, representing the multiples 2, 4, 6, 8, all the way up to 36. So there are 18 steps. And then by the time you get around to the 12s, it only takes 3 steps to get to the top, because that represents 12 times 1, 12 times 2, 12 times 3, which is 36. What's unique about this design is all equivalent values are at the exact same height. So when youngsters are learning their multiples, such as 2 times 12 is 24, they can also see that 24 can be factored by 1, there are 24 ones, or there are 12 twos, or there are 8 threes, or there are 4 sixes. But 5 cannot be factored by, or 24 cannot be factored by 5, because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Each of these little tokens that we used for game pieces and for doing various activities is also a unit of measure, so that you can see that 4 times 6 plus 1 is equal to 5 times 5, because these are now equal. And so from that, we then invented all kinds of games. We have over 20 games that can be played, and I'd love to show you a couple of them. Yeah. So the first game I'd like to play is a game called Land Grab.
Land Grab.
Yeah, Land Grab. In that game, we first will put all of the multiples on the mountain. We've done that for several of the staircases, but when we get the children up, we'll have them help us put them on the remaining staircases. We'll then turn the tokens over blank side up, and then for them to claim territory, they're going to have to know the multiplication fact to play along. And when they are able to claim the territory, they'll turn the number right side up, and then that will be theirs. And they're going to try and capture all of our land. We'll see how well they do.
So you want the kids to come up now, or you want to?
I think that would be good, and then we'll, if we have time. Yeah, I'd love to play another game called Mountain Goat Scramble.
Okay, all right. So, we have any volunteers coming up? Okay, come up. All right.
Okay, great. So can you put multiples on the 9 staircase? Can you put them on the 10s? Can you put them on the 11s? And can you help put them on, well, you had a turn earlier.
Why don't you help with Sharon together?
Yes, that would be great. That would be great.
Let Sharon do it, okay?
Yes, right side up to begin with. Perfect.
24.
Oh, you guys are doing a good job.
36.
Okay, you got them all? Wonderful. Now I want you to take a minute and look at the foam cards, and who can tell me what these are the multiple of? What number did we use? Okay, very good. The 3s, and see the patterns they make? That helps tell us that we've got the right ones in place. Now let's see the 4s. What kind of patterns are the 4s making?
It's like a diagonal thing, except one and then across
diagonal up to the right and then diagonal down to the left.
Very good. Very good. How about the 5s?
The 5s is just a
straight down, and then once it gets to the end, it goes to the others.
Go straight diagonal up.
Perfect, perfect. Now how about the 6s? The 6s are the ones I always pick when I'm talking, because pretty easy.
It goes all the way down.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and each of the foam cards makes a pattern, and that's one real quick way to check to see if you've got the right numbers on the mountain is to look for those patterns. Okay, now can everybody help turn these over blank side up so you put them exactly back where they were, but just so that we can't see the numbers.
Very good.
We're going to do this as quickly as we can.
Yep. Turn this down. This blank side up.
Make sure they're in the proper place.
Good. I'm done.
Okay, good. We have a few more to do. Let me turn this around so I can get more helpers. Okay. Do we have that all?
Almost. Just gotta put this one in.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward angle.
Mm-hmm.
You got them?
Almost.
There.
Okay.
Good.
Wonderful. Well, now, you probably don't realize this, but it just so happens Dr. Chang and I are royalty, and we own this entire mountain. We have been a little bit lonely and would love to have some neighbors come join us, but they have to earn the right to own a parcel of land, and so because we'd really like smart neighbors. So we're going to have each of you point to a staircase and tell us the multiplication problem. So if I pointed to this staircase, I'm pointing to the first step on the 10. What would that be?
10 times 10 times 1 equals 10. 5 times 2. 10.
10 times 1 equals 10. Exactly. Because, yes, but we're pointing to this staircase. So then you would own that, and you're going to own this as a team, and you'd turn it right side up, okay?
So there's teams.
Well, you're going to all play together because you're trying to acquire our land, okay? So it
As
would be
much
good.
as you can.
Yeah, and as quickly as you can. Now, there's just 2 rules. One is you have to point to the step and say the full multiplication problem, and then you have to get either his attention or my attention, and if we say yes, you can turn it over and claim that land. You don't have to take turns. You can all go as fast as you can. And that's a good idea because this land sale isn't going to last forever. Okay? On your mark, get set, go.
10 times 9.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay.
12 times 1, yes.
We have to say yes.
2 equals 18.
Yes.
10 times 12
Yes.
10 times 3.
9 times 3 equals 27.
10 times
Okay.
2 equals 20.
Okay, good.
9 times 4 equals 36.
Perfect.
42. I
No.
mean 34.
No,
34.
Oh, this is ours. This is ours.
11
No,
times
stay.
8 times
11 times
3 equals 11
Yes.
times 2
All right, that you can do.
11
Yes.
times
Right, you
11
can
times
do.
3 equals 24.
Yes.
8 times
Oh, look at all the land they're
8
claiming.
times 7 times 2 equals 14.
Yes.
8 times 3 equals 21.
Very good.
7 times 3. 7 times
6 times 1. Yes.
12 times 7 equals 24.
Yes.
Okay.
7 times 33 equals 21.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay,
7 times 3 equals
let's turn the mountain.
21.
Okay. Now
Up.
keep going.
Okay.
Is there any?
4 times 5.
Okay, I'll get it
Excellent.
for you.
What do you have?
Times equals 5. 4
Excellent.
times 2 equals 8.
Yes? What do you have here?
4 times 3 equals 12.
Okay. What's this one?
4 times 4 equals 6. 4 times 5 equals 20.
3 times 2
4
equals
times
6.
4 equals 16.
3 times 2 equals
Excellent.
4 times 5
Excellent.
equals 20.
Yes.
Excellent. That's yours. That's yours.
5
Okay,
times
here, come around here.
3 times 9 equals 3 times 3
Tell me what this one
Seven
is.
equals 35. 3 times 12 is 36.
3
Very
times
good.
4 equals
Excellent.
12.
Oh, you guys are getting them. You're getting the lots that have
6
two.
is 36.
3
36.
times 5
Right.
equals 1.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
5 times 7 is 30.
You can't do that.
Okay,
Don't
just a
turn,
minute,
yeah.
just a minute.
5
Okay.
times 7 equals 5.
Okay.
6 times 3
Okay.
3 times 6 equals
5 times 6 equals
5.
Yes.
times 3 equals
Okay, just a
5
second.
times 3 equals 15.
Okay.
3 times
Yes.
7
5
equals
times
20.
6
Okay,
30.
5-second warning, and
Five
then
times
the land
six
sale is
Closed.
closed.
5 times 6
Yes.
5 times 7
We're
equals
done.
15.
Yes.
5 times 4 equals
Excellent.
Yes.
3 times
5 times
6
Excellent.
equals 27.
Excellent. Okay, time's up.
Time's
Time's up. Oh my goodness, look at this. Where are we going to live? They have captured almost all of our land. And they got some of the,
have to go to war now?
oh, and you got some of the most beautiful lots. Tell me how many we have left. How many do we still have left?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
Only
good. We still
six?
have 6 places.
Oh, good, good.
Eight.
Good. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. Thank you very much. What a
Good
good
job.
job.
Good
We
job.
have got some smart neighbors.
Yeah, good job.
Excellent. Well, now can you help me put these all back? Just pick any one.
You're
and
more
then
like
put 'em-
the colonists now,
Yeah.
so we could go to war now if you want.
Well, we didn't include that as part of the game.
Blue one.
Oh, well, blue one is here.
Okay, blue one. You do the blue.
Yeah, and do
got
you want to
yellow.
help? Okay, now, excuse me, don't rotate the mountain, come around, or pick a different color. Pick one that's close to you.
I need light pink.
Okay. Now, how are we doing time-wise?
Good?
Good,
Yeah.
good.
So 7 is 28.
I cannot believe how quickly they captured all of this land.
Does that mean we have to go to war now?
No. Now, are you doing the pinks? Let's see, does somebody,
have the
perfect?
pinks.
No, this,
Oh, okay, good, good.
There's a 7 here, but no
Okay.
35.
Well, you know what?
There's a pink sheet. There's a pink sheet.
Oh, good, thank you, thank you. Excellent.
I don't think there's any more that are only the blue.
I have one. There's one.
Okay, you have one more? Perfect. Well, good job, guys.
give me the
Now,
math.
are you ready to play one more game?
My math game.
Okay,
Teresa has
good,
in my
good.
bag.
Now, this game,
Mine-
yeah, this,
The dice game.
yeah,
Is that the one we're playing?
yeah, we're going to play this one. This one is called Mountain Goat Scramble, okay? And now let me show you, we've got a little instruction card that shows you how to play this game. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put one goat at the bottom of every staircase except the ones. We aren't going to put a goat at the bottom of this staircase because those are the steps are too tiny. Okay, so you can use any color of token and just put one, yeah, just put one token. So only, we don't need multiple goats at the bottom, just one. So put a goat here.
I want blue.
Okay, don't turn the mountain. No, on
So
the,
do
put it on the black.
Like the
And,
black part.
and just turn it over blank side up.
Any of them?
Yeah, any one, just blank side up. Everybody put, okay, and can you put another goat here for me? Don't rotate the mountain, guys. No, just right there, perfect. Okay,
I'm number 65.
I'm going to pick random.
okay, we just need one goat at the bottom of each staircase. So take a look and see if we've got one goat.
Number 65.
Do they have
Okay,
to be
nope.
different colors on them?
No, we're gonna play this game collaboratively.
Yeah.
Later, you can learn to play it competitively. But okay, so let's check.
What does that mean?
It means right now you're going to all play together to try to get the goats to the top. Sometimes you can play it so you each have your own goats and you only get your own goats to the top and you try to get them to the top before somebody else.
Yeah.
So let's see, we've got goats on the 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We need one on the
I
3.
was on the 2.
Okay, right
You
here.
just took
Perfect.
I was on
Okay,
I
perfect.
was on the 2.
Now, remove
it
your
doesn't
hands,
matter
guys.
where's the-
Remove your hands. Okay. Now, the objective is, listen, we're going to get, each goat can only move up its own staircase. And we're going to roll the dice to see which goat can move and how far it can move, okay? Now, we're going to roll 3 dice. And I'm going to pretend we rolled a 2, a 5, and a 6. And now you can only use 2, 1 or 2 of those dice. You can't use all 3. But when you make your selection, you're going to add, subtract, or multiply or divide. So what are some choices we could make with these? Okay, you go first.
6 times 5 equals 30 plus 2 equals
No, you can only use 2 dice. So you would, which one?
6 times 5.
Okay, where could you, what does that equal?
30.
Where could you move 30? Okay, how many steps on the tens? How many?
3.
Perfect. Where else could you move if you had 30?
You could go on the 5.
Excellent. How many steps could you go on the 5? Wonderful.
6 steps.
Perfect. What if you added, yes,
2 times 5.
Or you
yes,
could go on the 6.
perfect. What if you added? What if you added a 2 and a 5?
7.
Perfect. And so you'd go up 1 step on the 7. Okay, now we're going to let you roll first, and then after she rolls, she's going to make a turn, and then you make the same turn before we roll the dice again. You get to make your own choices, and then after everybody's rolled, then you'll get a chance to roll, okay? So now you roll the dice, and then say out loud what the dice is.
5.
5.
And a 4.
Okay,
5, 4.
so now everybody be thinking about what moves you can make with a 5, and a 4. And I forgot to tell you one important thing. When you get a goat to the top of the staircase, nobody owns a goat, nobody owns a staircase, but whoever gets the goat to the top gets to say what it eats. Okay? Yep. You can make up anything you want to about what they get to eat. So now what move are you going to
Could eat
make?
another goat? 5 times 5, which is 25.
Okay, so now where are you going to move? Okay, so move that one up. How many steps?
5.
Okay. Okay, perfect. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do 5 plus 4. Actually, no. 5 times 4.
And what do you get?
20.
Okay, and so how many steps are you going to move?
5.
Okay. Perfect. Now what are you going to do, Peter?
Wait, could I use one of these or do I have to use
Yeah, you can use somebody, you can move any goat you want.
But you have to use the dice.
No, you have to use those numbers.
do 5 plus 5 and move this up?
Okay, perfect. Almost at the top.
Oh,
Yeah, it has to go up one little bit more. Chris, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna do 5 plus 5 and move that up to the top.
Excellent job. And so what is that goat going to
5
eat?
plus 5 is 10.
Yes, so he gets it to the top of the 5 staircase. So
No, it was already 30, wasn't it?
it was 35, so it's just, he's moved beyond the top.
Oh, you can go beyond. I
Yes.
thought you have to be
Yeah,
exact.
sorry, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Make it eat another goat.
Okay,
There's only
sounds
one goat
good.
there.
Sounds good. Okay, now it's your turn. You have a 4, a 5, and a 5. What are you going, which 1 or 2 dice are you going to pick?
5 plus 4.
Okay,
5 plus 4.
what does that equal?
9.
Okay, so where are you going to move? Perfect.
One step.
Okay, so everybody had a turn?
Yep.
Okay, now you roll again. And then you'll go last. Okay, what did you get?
I got 5, 4, and a 2.
Okay, 5, 4, and a 2.
I think I'll move this 5 times 4 equals 20.
Okay, so how many
So-
steps? Excellent. Excellent. What is that goat going to eat?
He's going to eat the number 1.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, now what are you going to, which goats are you going to move? Tell us which 2 dice are you going to use?
I'm going to use 5 times 4.
Okay. And what do you get?
20.
Okay, perfect. So where could you move a goat up equal to 20?
That's the 9.
Yeah, I know.
You can't make
Yeah.
20. No.
Let's move a little faster.
Yeah.
The goat is hungry.
Divisible by
Yeah.
20.
Okay, perfect.
All
Now,
right.
Chris, how about you?
I'm gonna do 5 times 4 and
Perfect.
move this goat back.
Up. Perfect. What
All right,
is what
another
is that
goat
one
in the
going to
top.
eat?
It's gonna eat this goat.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are you going to roll? I mean, play.
Also
20.
fun, yeah.
Perfect. And so, excellent job.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Now,
Now,
Peter's
Peter.
turn.
I didn't go yet.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I
It's
thought
her
she
turn.
rolled
No,
That's
she
okay.
didn't. So 5, 4, and 2. 5, 4, and 2. And thank you for letting us know. What are you going to do?
I can't see the others.
Okay, you can rotate it because it's your turn. So 5, 4, and 2.
Have moved that 2 column. I'm gonna do 4 times 5.
Perfect.
Another goat.
Excellent. Another goat. What's
All
it
right.
going to eat?
Fish.
Fish.
Goat eat fish.
Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent.
Yes, is it going to be a colorful fish or a big fish?
It's gonna be a big fish.
Excellent. Okay, Peter. What do you have?
6, 2, and 2.
Okay, 6, 2, and 2. What goats are you going to move?
Peter.
6 times 2.
Okay, what does that equal?
12.
Okay, okay, so, move quickly because we're going to have to wrap it up, so,
Yep.
All you need is 3 staircases to get it.
okay.
4, 3, 6. Wait, 2.
Peter, make your choice. Okay, good.
Okay, Chris, how about you?
I'm going. Let's see.
Which goats are still?
Do 6 times
2.
2.
Okay, perfect. Up 2 more. Okay, perfect.
Good.
Now, what are
Now,
you going to
You
do?
do.
Okay.
You want to do what?
You could add.